Hello, what's up, YouTube, what's a crazy platform with tremendous amount of potential, am I right? And I know what you're thinking right now.
New year, new me, time to hit some goals and finally start a YouTube channel for real this time.
And you're right, you should start a YouTube channel for many reasons. And you will most likely find dozens of YouTube tips out there who will tell you how you can start a YouTube channel and grow as quickly as you can. Which is why I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to talk about tips and tricks in starting and growing a YouTube channel because my tips are most likely covered by more established YouTube channels out there anyways. Having said that, I do want to talk about what you don't want to do when starting your YouTube journey, especially when each wrong thing you do can set you back weeks, months, and even years in your YouTube journey. And this sort of experience can only be explained by a channel of my size because I'm the only one with the closest experience you'll ever find. And I want to share with you what I did wrong, and more importantly, what you and I should do instead to grow a new YouTube channel. So here we go. 5 things I won't do when starting a YouTube channel, and you shouldn't do it too because it will set you back. The first one, listening to way too many tips and tricks. When you first start your YouTube channel, or even before you start one, you are more than likely to start searching around on YouTube to find videos that talk about how to start your YouTube channel. And if you search for something like that, the very first video you come across will most probably make you think that that's how you should run a YouTube channel. The mistake I made here is every single time I watch a video that gives their advice on how to grow my channel, I'll start to implement those tips into my next few videos. But then 90% of the time, it doesn't work. And so I'll go back to the drawing board and start watching more videos on how to grow my channel. But this time I'll watch other YouTube channels for different advice. And then I'll implement those new strategies into my next video again. Then I rinse and repeat the same process again and again until I've realized that none of them actually works. You see, sometimes you may feel like listening to those tips can actually help grow your YouTube channel, and they probably will. But what I found was that most of the tips given by those YouTubers, they only work because it was very well timed. Take me for example. When I first started my YouTube channel, there were lots of talks about dominating the search-based videos, which means trying to target long-tail keywords and fill up your video title and description with keywords people are searching for. And that worked really well at that time. But it doesn't work anymore now because YouTube changes all the time, and now search-based videos are just as difficult to get discovered. So here's what I want you to do instead. You can still listen to those tips, you can watch those videos all you want, but I want you to take it with a grain of salt. They can be useful, but do not assume that whatever they tell you is going to work 100%. The thing that actually will work is you and how you understand your audience. For me, I'm in this niche not because I want to, but because this niche kind of helps me get started on YouTube. And the more I do it, the more I start to understand how the algorithm sees my channel, how my audience sees me, and I start to build my channel by moving towards that direction. And that's something no one can see except for the owners of the channels themselves, which is why most tips you watch out there are basically something that works for that YouTuber and not necessarily works for you. Number 2, running Google Ads. A few months after I started my YouTube channel, there was a period where I was searching around and finding a way to grow my YouTube channel fast. And then I came across this method where I can actually pay Google to run some Google ads on my video, where my video will be placed as the first result every single time someone searches for a specific keyword. And that turns out to be one of the worst decisions I have ever made. Yes, running ads did grow my channel fast. In fact, that one video I ran ads on helped me gain over 1,000 subscribers. But this is where my nightmare starts. The subscribers I got from running that ad were all ghost subscribers, meaning these are subscribers who subscribed to me, but they do not watch any of my new video. So I end up having built this huge amount of subscribers really fast, but my views remain the same, and that sends a warning message to the YouTube algorithm telling it that my channel is underperforming and doesn't deserve to get pushed. It literally took me over a year to get it fixed, to build my channel organically and get it back to what it was so that I can start to rebuild my community. If you do decide to run ads, that's fine, and it actually makes perfect sense if you run a business because those subscribers and views aren't that important to you and you're just using YouTube as a platform. However, if you are after the subscribers and views, I highly suggest you don't do it. Instead, learn to grow your YouTube channel organically. It is a lot more difficult, it is a lot slower, and requires a lot of patience. But if you are consistent in creating content, at some stage, it will tip over and your views will start to grow. And when you gain that exponential growth in your views, your subscribers will come pouring in and you will experience a growth in your YouTube channel on a daily basis. That to me is way more reliable, way more effective than using a shortcut by running ads. Number 3. Thumbnails. So I think this is something that most YouTubers do not talk about much. Sure, we all know the thumbnail is important. It is what gets clicks. However, the definition of a good thumbnail is so subjective. I mean, take a look at these two thumbnails. Which is more aesthetically appealing to you? This one over here, right? But why is this here getting significantly more views? The thing about thumbnails is it is very easy to say it is important, but when it comes to art, everyone sees things differently. A thumbnail that is appealing to me doesn't mean it is going to be appealing to you. And I struggled a lot with thumbnails when I started, and I kept copying what others did, which never really worked. And also, I'm a creatively dumb person, so any thumbnails I create that I deem good never gets me any clicks, and that becomes a problem. But here's the thing, you can make good thumbnails as you do more of it. All you need to do is keep it simple. No, really, a thumbnail that works really well has to be extremely simple. In fact, some of the thumbnails that did well for me are thumbnails that took me 30 seconds to create. Just take these two thumbnails for example. This one over here took me like 30 minutes to create on Photoshop, and this here 30 seconds. But look at the difference in views. Absolutely crazy. I find that a simple and effective thumbnail has 3 basic elements. It has to have someone's face on it, often a shocking expression. It has to have a background that describes what your video is about in an instant. And if you want to, use only 3 to 4 powerful words to send a quick message to your viewers. But most of the time, you just need to believe in your instinct, because more often than not, the very first thing that comes into your mind is probably your best idea. Number 4. Titles. I think the title of your video is something not talked about often enough. In my experience, the title of your video is way more important than your thumbnail. And I only wish someone told me that when I started. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was creating all these crazy titles that were filled with keywords, because I wanted the YouTube algorithm to fully understand what my video is about as much as possible. And I kept telling myself that short titles do not work for me, because those short titles with powerful keywords, they're all reserved for those big YouTube channels out there. Turns out I was wrong. I was very wrong. And to make it worse, there are many YouTubers out there who would continue to tell new YouTubers to focus on filling up your title with keywords instead. Why are they doing that? I don't know. Maybe they want to eliminate their competition. Who knows? Here's the thing I discovered myself. Small channels can gain traction just as fast as big YouTube channels out there. To my surprise, YouTube actually does not work like Google. The reason here is simple. YouTube invests heavily into personalization, meaning they know which type of YouTuber you watch often, and so they'll shove videos from that YouTuber more often to your home screen. So this makes searchability kinda useless, and you're just wasting your title space if you're going to create long, boring YouTube video titles. Instead, what you should do is to create elements of curiosity in your title. For example, a video title called How to Grow Your YouTube Channel to 1000 Subscribers sounds good. but it is long and boring and it sounds like a freaking lecture. Instead, you can title it as "Here's the secret way to get 1000 subs on YouTube that nobody knows." It has the same meaning, but it is worded very differently, even though the video has the same content. And the magical thing about this title is the YouTube algorithm actually knows your video is about growing a YouTube channel. Amazing, right? Number 5, worrying too much. Starting a YouTube channel is crazy scary, but the most fearful thing I remember when I first started is how people actually see me. I was afraid of how I look in the camera. I was afraid of people finding my accents annoying. I was afraid that my videos wouldn't get any views. I was afraid that my friends and family were going to laugh at me if no one wanted to subscribe to my channel. So all those worries made me feel like I couldn't be myself in front of the camera, and I started talking in such a way where I was pretty much just copying other YouTubers I follow. And then I became this second-grade YouTuber who will always be the shadow of someone. But here's what I want you to know instead. You can worry as much as you want, but at the end of the day, no one actually gives a crap about you. All those worries I had when I started my YouTube channel, it was all about me and myself, thinking that I'm this super important person, when the truth is everyone is too busy to care about my tiny little channel. I'm not a big shot, I'm not important, and no one cares about me as much as I thought because I don't give them any benefits. At least not yet. What I suggest is you use your favorite YouTuber as a model and you learn what attracts you to that YouTuber. It could be the charm, the energy, or the way they talk. Then you take those attributes and you spin one up of your own, branch out, and turn them into something unique that represents you. For me, I like the authenticity in a YouTube channel, but what differentiates me and them is I do use authenticity as well, just like them, but I put my own spin on it by telling my own story, my own way, my own style. And that's something you can definitely do when you get started as well. So in conclusion, if you are planning to start a YouTube channel this year and make it successful, the one key point to take away in this video that will lead you to that success is continuous learning. Learn from those YouTubers who have succeeded, learn from those YouTubers who made mistakes along the way, and learn from all the videos you created. Remember that YouTube is a journey and you are not just growing a YouTube channel, you are also growing yourself as a content creator. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, do the usual. Happy New Year, have a great one, and I'll catch you in the next one.